half an hour's time, here on Radio 4, we come to the second and final part of our seasonal book at bedtime, How Santa Claus Came to Simpson's Bar. It's read by Ed Bishop. But now the time is 10:30.
I say, you'll never believe what's happening.
What?
Old Dickie is out on the roof trying to feed the pigeons with stuffed olives.
Again?
The finance clerk is using a ruler to flick vol-au-vents at taxes.
We'll have the police in.
We will, especially if they find out what Brian and Jane are doing on top of the photocopier.
They're not.
They are. And with Peter.
Good God.
And the photocopier is on.
Heaven knows what'll happen tomorrow when we have the office party.
Time to put down your glasses and lift up your heads as we tell you how to survive the office party with the help of Gordon Clyde, Sally Grace, David Timson and Jan Waters. And now here's the man with all the details, Willie Rushton.
Hello, happy Christmas, and here we go again. Christmas, traditionally the season of the holly and the ivy, the King's College Chapel Choir, the Queen's Message, peace and goodwill to all men, families reunited round the Yuletide night storage heater. Perhaps most important of all, at this festive tide, the office party. You've probably been to one, which is why you're listening to this programme. Or, of course, you're at one, which is why you're not. Now, I am here to help you survive this traumatic period when you can ricochet from orgy to orgy like Caligula on a trampoline. I do have one foolproof plan of action that ensures survival. Don't go. Failing that, things get more complex. I found some useful party hints in a government booklet entitled Protect and Survive. That's officially about surviving a nuclear war, but there are similarities. The appalling noise, the polluted atmosphere, loved ones huddled in the cupboard under the stairs, the head in a paper bag for 7 days, and that sense at about 2 a.m. that Armageddon has finally arrived. At least after a nuclear war, you don't have to face your secretary the next morning. Anyway, first hint coming up. Before anyone comes around with a collecting tin, you will need to hire yourself either a good accountant or a do-it-yourself pocket computer. And there's a very nice new one out based on the Space Invaders, which has Belgian VAT men zapping your piggy bank from the galaxies.
What is it this time?
The party, Mr. Wilkes.
Should be fun.
Yes, all right.
Oh, great. We can order another cheese straw.
Oh, be a sport, Wilkie.
Like you were at last year's do.
Last year?
Oh, forgotten your little misdeeds, have you?
There was nothing to forget.
Tell that to Miss Deeds.
I'm certain I never left the canteen.
Oh, so who was it we found in dispatch tying Miss Deeds up with string?
Took her 3 weeks to unbend.
Oh.
And where you franked the poor girl was nobody's business.
Except her GP's.
Oh, very generous.
Bye.
Right, who next? Miss Deeds?
She wasn't quite as paralytic as Wilkes.
OK, we'll leave out the franking bit.
Right.
That is, of course, always a problem, blackmail. I remember one party last year. No, I don't. No. Still, having paid for it, you might as well go. Now, word to the wise, take your own drink. Thus avoiding the Libyan Chateauneuf de Camel and the rude Armenian plonk that some fool has recommended. I always fill 2 tooth mugs with Scotland's own electric soup and hide them in the anti-child locked cupboard in the executive washroom. Still, time has come to take the plunge. So, take a deep breath and join me as we head towards the bar. Typical. Look at this. Great jostling bodies, the grasping hands, everyone out for what they can get before it's time to go.
Yeah, but the cloakroom's always like this.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'll have a large overcoat with a berry on top. Oh. Right, to the bar. That's better. Ha-ha, potboy.
Yeah, Jimmy, what am I having?
You mean, what are you having?
Oh, treble Glenmorangie, please.
First law of the concrete jungle, there's one at every party. All right, well, I'll have a pint of malt drain second-hand ale for myself as well, and, good God, look at those two over there.
Mr. Tompkins! Mr. Tompkins! Mr. Tompkins, do you mind if I stop now?
Rothbert, may I remind you that you are still employed by me, and it is still office hours.
Yes, but Mr. Tompkins...
And if I tell you to get the dancing started, you will get the dancing started.
Yes, Mr. Tompkins, only I'm not used to having you as my partner.
Well, that's £1.71p, please.
Oh, Willie, hello.
Hello.
Can you get my round while you're at the bar? I'll pay you.
Right, yes, I will, yes.
That's 3 Bacardi and Cokes, 2 with ice and lemon, 1 with lemon and the 1 with ice with a cherry.
3 Bacardi and Cokes, please, 2 with ice.
And a rum and black currant, 8 pills, that's for George, and
George's
3
pills.
G&Ts, 1 with ice, and 2 V&Ts, and a G&O for Hetty,
2
2 VAT 69s, 6 Cronenberg 1648s, 8 Wobbler 6
2
X's, and 6 Colt
a bit of
45s.
Wordsworth and a howitzer. What's your name?
Oh, it's Olive.
Get stuffed.
Hello, Michael.
Oh, hello, John. I hardly recognised you without a suit and tie.
Oh, well, I thought I'd let my hair down tonight. You'd go a bit bohemian.
Oh, that's a Marks and Spencer sweater, isn't it?
It's one of their new avant-garde range.
Oh, well, that's a side of you I never expected to see. Of course, I've got some racy underwear on.
Oh.
Not that you can see it.
You know, that's what I like about an office party. One gets out of the rut. People you've always thought of as boring turn out to keep fish or do evening classes in Gilbert and Sullivan. You know, completely hidden aspect of their character.
Do you keep fish?
Me? No.
Oh. How about Gilbert and Sullivan?
Well, no, it was just a for instance. To illustrate how office parties help you find out new things about people.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, what do you do with your spare time, then?
Oh, I usually get home so tired, you know, I put up my feet and fall asleep. Mind you, I'd like to take up lots of things.
Oh, yes, me too. I know exactly how you feel, yeah. Well, it's nice to talk about something other than work, isn't it?
Exactly. Hey, isn't that Mr. Bryant of accounts over there?
Oh, yes.
Hey, did you hear what he did this morning? No. He sent the wrong invoice to Hampton Brothers & Co. £150 too much.
I bet Mr. Jenkins of sales had something to say about that.
Talk of the filing department it was. Of course, the new triplicate forms in buff didn't help.
I bet they didn't. Where'd you go for your holidays this year?
Oh, we stayed in Streatham.
Oh, yeah.
Full of all that packing. Well,
oh, yeah,
you
very
know.
true, very true.
That's right.
We didn't go anywhere either. No. Hey, Mr. Carbley is having a drink with Mr. Green. Ooh, well, trying to suss out where he stands for promotion, I shouldn't wonder.
When is Johnson's job coming up?
Next March.
My, March. Yeah, the wife keeps on at me to take up walking. Do you walk?
No. I couldn't be doing with that, no. To be honest, I don't like outdoor things much.
No, me neither, really.
Party makes such a difference.
Yeah, we never seem to get to know each other when we're working.
Very true. My word! Look what Mr. Preston's up to.
Goodness me, yes!
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Hello, sweetie. Come and see where I've hung the mistletoe.
Get lost.
I'm fully guaranteed until midnight.
Clock off.
This is my last offer.
So make it and drop dead.
Not even on approval or return.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, I'll cry tomorrow.
Here, Trace, who was that creep?
Oh, it's Mr. Gettins, the firm's top salesman.
It is rather easy to disgrace yourself at an office party, to go off the deep end in the typist's pool. Ah, Miss Quetioop, let me taste the heady wine of your rosy lips. Blach-a-vee! It's the rancid flavour of those buff envelopes you lick. But I suppose the next day you can always send a bouquet to the lady in question and say it with flowers. And it is very difficult to say, I'm sorry I was sick in your handbag with flowers. Still, I've now found an isle of sanity in a lunatic world. This place seems pleasingly clubby. It's like the Athenaeum without the sex and violence. Oh, no.
No wine, Mr. Rushton.
Not at this precise moment. Thanks, Janet.
Refill, anyone? How about a vol au vent? Avocado and prune dip, anyone? It's so important to keep the savoury circulating, don't you think?
Yes, Janet.
Mr. Baker can hold your glass while I pour. There! Now you can dunk your celery. Petit four, pickled walnut.
No, please just leave us as we are.
Well, I have to circulate with the food. I always circulate with the food. And the wine.
Can't it wait till we're out of the gents?
Zip, zip, zip. Now on to the most difficult section of surviving the Christmas party. Surviving the party games. Imagine if aliens decided to invade at Christmas. What would they think if the first sight they saw was two blindfolded adults with teaspoons stuffing jelly in each other's ears? I mean, you can't really imagine Gay Gordon doing that, can you? Not Gay. Flash, sorry, madam. I must confess I've never liked party games ever since someone got the wrong idea when I did a charade of Howard's End. Anyway, well, I must face it, this passing oranges under the chin and getting 15 people in a broom cupboard, more precise, it's all about sex, really. I don't know why they don't cut out the games, get straight down to it. It would save a deal of time, not to mention all the bruises you get trying to beg your neighbour. Anyway, oh, God, here they go again.
Mr. O'Reilly, please try and hooky with the rest of us. Hooky! You're cooking again, Mr. O'Reilly. Mr. O'Reilly, try and concentrate. This is a serious business. And left legs in, everybody! That includes you, Mr. O'Reilly. That's quite far enough in, Mr. O'Reilly. And out! Somebody help Mr. O'Reilly up off the floor. And in! One leg at a time, Mr. O'Reilly. Either one. The left or the wooden one. Mr. O'Reilly, we shake it when we're told. Mr. O'Reilly, I insist you stop shaking it. Well, unscrew it. Mr. O'Reilly, if you won't unscrew it, I will unscrew it for you. Right, that's better. And from the top. Ooh, hooky, cookie, cookie. Ooh, hooky, cookie, cookie.
Ah, Johnson, isn't it?
Prike, sir.
Of course, Prike from accounts.
Complaint, sir. That is, consumer reaction.
Quite. How's the, family? The little Prikes in the pink, are they?
In Brisbane, sir.
Don't worry, I'm sure they're innocent.
Brisbane, Australia.
Thought you said prison.
No, Brisbane.
Australia, eh? Not thinking of leaving accounts suddenly, are you?
It's consumer reaction, sir. And the children are with their mother.
Ah, you're good lady.
Until she left me, yes.
For better, for worse.
For an Italian.
Any, pets?
Cat.
How is the cat?
Cat burned down.
Good God.
No, it burned down the house.
How on earth did Tom Moggy do that?
Mr. Fly.
Who's this Mr. Fly who's crept into the conversation?
Mr. Fly. Jumped up and caught a candle.
Absolutely tragic. How is the candle? I mean the cat.
Oh, fine. But I've no wife, no kids, no house.
Bravo! I'm so glad to hear things are going well, Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Must go. I think I see Pryke over there.
Everybody razzle dazzle. Everybody razzle dazzle. Everybody razzle dazzle.
Wow. Have you seen that Miss Wilson? Oh, she goes. She really goes. Doesn't she go, though?
Where is she?
She's gone.
Of course, not all parties are this lively. Some I've been to are more boring than a Black and Decker played at 33 1/3.
Well, Miss Peters, Christmas party here again.
Yes, Miss Stevens. Here we are.
This pate's very nice. Is it yours?
Well, of course it is. There's only two of us here.
Oh, yes. You know, I do feel Christmas parties were more fun when there were the three of us. The circle in the hokey-cokey was much more complete.
Oh, yes. It made it so much easier to link arms and sing Old Lang Syne.
Yes.
Do you remember that party 2 years ago when Mr. Buxton was still with us?
Oh, yes, he was a naughty boy.
He was 73, Miss Stevens.
Yes, he really was a caution, Mr. Buxton. Yeah. Do you remember that was the year we had Harry Seacombe up so loud we had a complaint about the noise?
Yes, only that was from Mr. Buxton. He said he had feedback in his hearing aid.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've done this year.
Yes?
I've got a sprig of mistletoe.
I don't quite see the object, Miss P.
Well, remember that poster of Prince Charles I cut at the Evening Standard?
Oh, we couldn't. Wouldn't that be treason or something?
Well, I hardly think we'd be putting it out there. Anyway, he's such a nice boy, I wouldn't think he'd mind.
Oh, I suppose not. Anyway, it can hardly be worse than Mr. Buxton.
Ooh, Miss Stevens.
Miss S.
Miss S. I think that Mackerson's gone to your head. You shouldn't mix it with Phyllisane, you know.
You're right, Miss P. By the way, what did happen to Mr. Buxton? May he rest in peace.
Poor soul. I think he had too much of one of your mixes.
Oh, not the cheese and cucumber, I hope.
No, the cocaine and cress.
Oh.
Have you got some, by the way?
Yes. I thought I'd save it till Harry starts singing all through the night.
Good idea, Missy.
Cheers!
Back to a more thriving office binge, and another problem that has to be...
You. Now, what's this then? Listen here, Blue Eyes.
Geronimo.
No, not quite. Now think of the cheroot, the old trilby.
Mrs. Geronimo.
I'll give you another clue.
Look, I am trying.
Okay, here we are. Play it again, Sham.
Shammy Davis Jr.
No, before him.
Shammy Davis Sr.
Think. Of all the bars in all the towns, you had to walk into mine. Now, who said that?
The landlord of the gay chiropodist.
Think of the big sleep.
Fred Mully.
No, haven't you got any ideas?
Yes, go away. Shall we join the ladies?
Hello. Welcome to this little executive wives get-together.
Thank you.
I'm personnel, Miss Critchley.
Oh, how do you do? I'm the wife of Mr. Grampton.
So glad you could come. We think it's ever so important for the morale of the company the wives get to meet each other.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Do tell us a little about yourself. What do you do for a living?
Oh, my husband's in comptometer control and grading analysis.
Oh, good. And how about your interests?
Well, my husband plays golf a great deal. I always go along and watch.
Ah, I see. Do you have a family?
My husband has 3 children. 2 boys and a girl.
Lovely. Well, it's very good of you to come, especially in this weather. Isn't it dreadful?
Oh, I couldn't say.
Sorry?
I'd have to ask my husband.
Hello. You may wonder why I'm whispering. It's just that this cupboard seems to be about the only place that I can...
Oh, there you are now. Who is this?
The world's worst impressionist.
But I haven't started yet.
All right. Who is this? Yes, it is. Attila the Hun in the complaints department of Harrods. Now, go away. Sorry about that. Now, as I was about to say, perhaps the only thing more difficult than surviving the office party is surviving the office afterwards.
Perry and Pollock Construction Limited, good afternoon. Mr. Perry? Ah, well, I'm afraid it being Christmas, he's a little in conference. Perhaps I could, oh, important. Yes, I'll see what I can do, Mr. McEnroe. Hello, Mr. Perry. Oh, Sue. Well, perhaps you could get him out from under the table. Oh, you're under the table with him. Well, perhaps you could just pass him the phone. Hello, Mr. Perry. Do what you? Oh, you were addressing Sue. Yes, Mr. Perry. Well, talking of the earth moving, there's a very important call about the Cheviot excavation contract. Mr. McEnroe. No, not the tennis player. Mr. Perry! Mr. Perry! Oh. Hello, Mr. McEnroe. Yes, I do realise. Yes, 3 million. I'll tell him. Hello, Mr. Perry. Oh, Sue. Oh, Julie. Hello, could you... Yes, thank you. Mr. Perry. Yes, do you realise Mr. McEnroe's calling from Glasgow? Yes, I'm sure Glasgow does belong to you, but he is threatening to place the contract elsewhere. Tell him to place it where? Do you think that's wise? You think you're going to be what? Oh, dear. Hello, Mr. McEnroe. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but it makes you sick, does it? Yes, I'll try the other partner, Mr. Pollock. Hello, Mr. Pollock. Oh, Sue, you are getting around. Yes, just give him the phone. Mr. Pollock? Oh, dear, no, I don't know the second verse of Eskimo Nell, actually, but there is a Mr. McEnroe on the phone. No, not the tennis player. Yes, I expect everyone does. Look, Mr. Pollock. Mr. Pollock! Sue? Oh, Julie. Well, can't you pour some water over him? Oh, never mind. Mr. McEnroe? Yes, I'm terribly sorry. You don't think you could call back tomorrow? Oh, you're holding the office party. Yes, all right. Hello, Mr. Perry. No, stuff the contract. I'm coming down.
It's 4 in the morning, and once more the dawning just...
Hey, Steve, Mary, everyone, let's go. Climb in. Harry, you sit on Cliff's... No, not on his bottle, you idiot. And you sit on Harry. Jill.
I'm up here.
Jill sits on my shoulders.
Oh.
Here. Hey, I can't steer with this... Oh, it's my knee. Right. Everybody ready?
Yeah, right, let's get off then.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I've never driven a steamroller before.
Miss Briggs.
Yes, Mr. Hardcastle. Mr. Hardcastle?
Yes.
What are you doing in my bed? Oh, it's your bed.
Ah. Yes.
Oh, the office party.
Yes. I believe I offered you a lift home.
I don't think I realised you meant your home.
Well, I didn't. At least not until we stopped for some roadworks.
I don't quite see.
We stopped 3 hours for some roadworks, Miss Briggs.
Oh, yes. Best forgotten, I think.
Yes.
I was perhaps a little tipsy. I imagine I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, I certainly wouldn't say that. Your antics...
Mr. Hardcastle!
Sorry, no. Yes, I think the punch was stronger than we imagined.
Yes. Did we, actually...
I believe so. It was old Mr. Watson that did it.
As well?
No. He spiked the punch with brandy.
Oh, yes.
I suppose we'd better be getting back to work.
Yes. And I would be obliged, Mr. Hardcastle, if you didn't repeat any of this in the office.
Well, there's hardly room to in the office.
No! I mean, mention it to anyone else.
Certainly not. No. I mean, in normal circumstances, I would never.
No.
But without glasses, Miss Briggs, you did look entirely different.
But I was wearing my glasses.
I wasn't wearing mine. Not that that was the reason that I was whispering sweet nothings in your ear.
No, but it was presumably the reason you were whispering them up my nose.
Sorry.
Yes. Well, perhaps, Mr. Hardcastle, it's best if we forget all about this and return to the relationship of secretary and boss.
Right. Go and make me a cup of coffee, will you? Now, despite all this hokey-coking and hanky-pankying, we mustn't forget what Christmas parties are really about. The spirit of Christmas plastered. Now, a lot of Britons are obsessed with alcohol. Statistics say 1 over the 8% to be precise. So how do you identify this problem in your friends? Well, there are certain minutiae, certain telltale signs. For example, they fall over a lot to the strains of Nellie Dean. They also line their hats with black plastic. But how do you tell if you yourself have a drink problem? Well, if at the end of your office party you find yourself drinking a heady cocktail of creme de menthe and flat brown ale out of a teacup, you've only half solved it. But seriously, there are 2 recognized signs of overdrinking. 1, you tend to keep losing your place. And 2... But seriously, there are 2 recognized signs of overdrinking. 1, you tend to keep losing your place. And 2... brings us to the end of how to survive the office party, so good night. Oh, good night.
To survive the office party was Willie Rushton, with the help of Gordon Clyde, Sally Grace, David Timson and Jan Waters. The script was written by Guy Jenkin, Barry Bowes, Barry Pilton, Ken Ellis, Geoffrey Atkinson and John Langdon, and the producer was Alan Nixon.
Good morning, Mrs. Darlington. You want to clean the office, eh?
Oh, no, sir. Have I your permission to clear the boss's, Mr. Jacobs' office?
Oh, absolutely, certainly. I mean, you don't need to ask me to clean the boss's office.
Do you mind if I shift a few things in here?
Well, what sort of things?
The boss. Mr. Jacob, Miss Stevens, Miss P, Miss Critchley, Mr. Craig, Mr.